What's up, guys? We are back with the very famous Ivan Joshua Low, Fujifilm photographer.
Always so kind.
Very, very kind, as I am. And we loved your feedback on the last video we did comparing the various different gear that we had. So we thought, well, let's come back and let's do something fun, right? Ivan?
Exactly.
What are we doing here?
We scrambled the last few days trying to find all the 35mm lens for the X mount.
That's right. And other mounts as well that you can adapt to the X mount here. And we came up with about, 14 lenses?
Yeah, 14 lenses.
14 lenses in total, from budget to very expensive.
Yeah.
And we're going to walk through some of these lenses, talk about some of the features of them, and then we're going to get down to testing them out.
Yeah, some are pretty interesting lenses. Some I've never seen before, some I've heard about it, but I've never tested it.
Right.
So it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. And I think especially adapting lenses to the XH2 as well, 40 megapixel APS-C sensor, very high resolution, and to see how these perform, especially lenses that are not Fujifilm lenses.
Yes.
It's going to be quite exciting.
So we got two Fujifilms, and then we have this interesting lens that Bobby brought down.
Right. This is the new lens from a company called Thypoch. And they are out of China. But they've been making, I guess their history is, from what I understand, is that their parent company has actually made cinema lenses for quite some time. They've now gone into more photography lenses. This is a 35mm f1.4. And they are really comparing this to the Leica Summilux 1.4, the close focus one. If they're comparing it against the Leica, you gotta bring the Leica. And here is the Leica as well, the 35 1.4 close focus. This is the most recent Summilux. And once again, we want to thank, before we get into all this, thank Leica Singapore, thank Rice Ball Photography, Ivan.
I love those guys at Rice Ball.
Yes. And then your friends as well who've helped out with these lenses.
Yes.
For making this possible. So we're going to put these against each other and other lenses as well. What else do you have, Ivan?
Before you continue, how many kidney is the Leica worth?
Depends on the health of your kidney.
Okay.
It's quite expensive. I think this is around, if I'm not mistaken, around 5,000 plus USD.
Wow.
And Singapore is around 7,000 plus US.
It's a lot of money.
Dollars. So it's a lot of money on this one. This is the most expensive lens on the table.
Right.
So what else we got here besides Fujifilm and Leica?
Okay, we have a couple of the 0.95 lenses, all the Chinese made.
Okay.
ttartisans, 7-artisan, the Mitacon, Maker, and one more Brighting Star.
Brighton Star, which is right here.
One, which is very nice. Yeah.
It's a very heavy lens.
Yeah, they're all f0.95. The other more powerful lens is the Voigtlander.
Oh, yes.
If the 0.95 is not enough for you, 0.9 is the next step. All right. I was just talking to Bobby, and we felt the size is not small, neither is it big, but once you mount it on the camera, it's pretty nice.
So what else do we have here?
We have one third-party AF lens, which is from ttartisan.
Right, the 35 1.8, right?
Yep.
Then you got this interesting lens that from our last video that we did.
Yes.
From a company called Archer Lab, right? This is the 35 1.4, right?
Yes.
This is called the nonikkor.
So it's not a Nikkor.
Yeah, but it looks like a Nikkor AIS lens. Fantastic. And then what else we have?
Yes, the Samyang. I thank you, Alvin, for loaning me this interesting lens, which is the silver one here. I don't know how much it costs. At first, I thought it was an AF lens. Until I put it on, I realized it's a manual lens.
Yeah.
Maybe some of you have used it because it's not a new lens. We'll let you know about the results of this Samyang lens, actually.
And look, we're not paid or sponsored by any of this, even though he's a Fujifilm, ex-photographer sort of thing. He might like Fujifilm a little bit more.
Yeah, the chances of having the two lenses in the last 6 may be higher because, I'm an ambassador.
But that's why I brought out the big boy here to see how good it compares. Bring out the big boys.
Yeah.
And this Thypoch as well, which I think will be do very, very well. So with that, guys, let's have some fun. Let's do some testing. So let's take a look at some of these images that we've taken here.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, this first image is with the classic XF35, 1.4.
By the way, we're shooting this all at their fastest aperture to see how it performs in that way, because we know all lenses perform well, stop down.
Yeah, everything looks the same.
Yeah.
So we're just shooting it all wide open for all lenses. It could be 1.4, 0.9, 0.18, 0.12.
Yep. Or f2 for that matter as well. So here we go. So here's the XF35 1.4, and it looks very sharp. I mean, this is very impressive. 40 megapixels. We shot this in JPEG, by the way. And
on a very old lens, right? It's very sharp. I wouldn't say it's the sharpest of lens, but it's sharp.
Right.
It nails it. That's it.
And there's no purple fringing or green fringing on the metallic parts of it that we're seeing here, which is well corrected. Now, again, we don't know if there's in-camera sharpening happening here or whatever have you, because it is JPEG, but it is what it is. So we're going to put a little bit of an asterisk next to this, but it looks really, really good. And still a very beautiful performing lens.
The next lens we try is the Voigtlander Apo f2 macro lens.
Ooh.
Right? Okay, this is sharp.
Yeah, this is sharp.
We're going to compare beside the...
Let's go side by side for that.
Yeah.
Now, the exposure is slightly different on these, but you'll nonetheless get a sense of the sharpness and the chromatic aberration. Well controlled. There's no green fringing, purple fringing, anything around the metallic dial there. This looks like there's been a little bit of sharpening added on the Fujifilm, where this looks more natural, organic. But I got to say, the Apo is a fantastic lens. I mean, apo-ultrons have always been really good.
Exactly.
I've tried the full frame variants as well, and I've always been very, very impressed by it. So, yeah, I think that's one of the better ones right there. But again, f2 versus 1.4. So there you have it.
So the next one we have is a ttartisan 35 1.8. This is a relatively new lens. Why we chose this lens? Because of its price. Well, I think so. I don't know how much actually, $100 US.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's autofocus. It comes with a square hood, and the image is actually pretty impressive.
It is actually. It's pretty sharp. It's not as sharp as the Ultron.
Yes.
At f2, I mean, this is 1.8. Little bit of purple fringing, a little bit of red fringing right there in the metallic part, but it's still a sharp lens.
Pretty well controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't glow as much, I would say, compared to some of those other lenses we tried. Okay, the other one, the fourth one, is a relatively expensive lens to some people. It's called the Leica. Yeah, relatively, right? Yeah. This lens is sharp too.
Yeah, it is sharp.
It's very well controlled.
It is. It is. You're not seeing any sort of red fringing or green fringing on the metallic dial. It's more of an organic sharpness, so we're not seeing any sort of over sharpening on this. It's not, and this is shot at 1.4, so it's not as sharp as the Ultron at f2. Again, we didn't stop this lens down to match it.
The next one is the Samyang 35 1.2 manual lens. Very impressed actually with this lens.
This is one of the lenses that shocked us the most, I think, because we weren't thinking much of this.
Yeah.
And then when we're looking through the images, we're like, wait a second, this is actually pretty good.
I actually love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit of green fringing coming into the metallic dial area.
Nothing too major.
Nothing too major. Still got some nice sharpness, not overly sharp, but organic sharp. But I think, you know what I mean? This is sort of it's more of a test in terms of shooting product.
Yeah.
We do other tests later on. I think this will be different, but this is actually quite impressive.
Yeah, it's like, I loaned this lens from Alvin. This is the lens here, the silver one. And I think he bought it at a sale, Amazon. I think he paid like $60 US for this, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
60.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's impressive.
And then what do we have here?
This one is
the Voigtlander.
Yeah. The 0.9. The brightest. If, like what I said earlier, if you cannot manage, if you don't like the 0.95 of this Chinese lens, this is the one to go. It's 0.9.
The fastest 35 on the market, right?
I would think so.
I think so, yeah. So let's take a look. Let's zoom in on that one, see what it looks like.
This one?
Impressive.
0.9.
Can you put this next to the f2 Apo just to see what it looks like?
Okay, let's zoom in.
We'll look at these side by side.
Okay, the left side is the
Apo.
Yeah. The right side is the 0.9.
Now this is usually lenses that when you go from f2 on, they get quite sharp, right?
Yes.
But the fact that 0.9
is extremely usable.
Very, very usable.
It's amazing.
It's just sharp. Well corrected, you see a little bit of green fringing, purple fringing coming into play, but most lenses
do have such things, yeah.
At that speed, aperture speed. So that's impressive. So these are our top 6. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go outside and take some portrait shots or some real world shots of Ivan and myself. And
But it's going to rain.
it is, but
I think we should hurry up.
we should hurry up right now.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. We'll be back here with our findings. We're going to discover which is the best 35. Let's do it right now. Okay, let's go.
Okay, this first shot here.
Okay.
35, 1.4. Wide open.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. This is the ttartisan.
Oh, I got to go back in the same position. Yes.
Okay, let's try. This is the Samyang. It's from Alwyn. He loaned it to me. It's a manual lens. And
This is the sleeper hit, I think.
yeah,
This is really impressive.
it's silver. It's a f1.2. It's made in Korea. Okay, let's see. That's my turn.
Okay, now it's your turn to be model. Okay. So we're going to go to the Voigtlander 0.9.
I'm not a professional model. I'm going to give it a hard time.
Yes, you are. Wow. This is.
I hope I'm not too stiff.
You're okay, actually.
I'm trying to relax as much as I could.
Absolutely amazing.
Okay, maybe some foreground like that.
So this is the Voigtlander Macro apo-ultron.
This is a sexy shot now.
Wow, the focus ring on this is smooth.
Joe, you think it's sexy?
I think it's very sexy. Now we go to the most expensive lens we have here in the test. All right, here we go. All right, guys, we're back right before the rain hit because it's now coming down now. And we are going to be looking at some of the images we took outside. Ivan took of me. These are none of them have been edited whatsoever, straight out of camera. So let's take a look at some of these images.
Okay, this first image is with the XF 35. All right, what do you think?
Sharp, great bokeh, great fall off. I mean, solid performing lens.
Yeah.
Really nothing to complain about on this.
Yeah.
When you're shooting people, again, you're not going to see this purple and green fringing like you're going to see on metallic objects, not as much. You could see it around the ears of the hair, but there's nothing there. It's really, really well corrected. This is the ttartisans.
Yes, 1.8. Let me see. Yep, correct. ttartisans.
Yeah.
Not bad too.
I'll tell you what, this is impressive. I mean, if we just look at these lenses and we just take away the brand name and you look at the image quality, how much is this lens again? On $100+?
Yeah. Autofocus.
Autofocus.
Comes with this beautiful square hood.
There's not much of a difference. I mean, there's a difference, but
Okay,
it's not.
if you compare the both of them right now.
Right. The 1.4 is going to be a little bit brighter, of course, right?
Yeah.
1.4 to 1.8. A little bit of a cooler tone, I would say, coming out of the lens in terms of the coating, right? It seems a little bit cooler, right?
Yeah.
This is what warmer out of the Fujifilm. But again, for the price point, this is hard to say no to.
Definitely.
If you're on a budget, like you said,
Yeah.
this is a great kit lens.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Third one, it's what I used. The Samyang, this one.
Yeah,
F1.2.
silver.
Yeah. I love the rendering of this lens. The bokeh. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Great separation.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of sharpness, especially on the face. This is really impressive. Again,
But this is a manual lens.
yeah.
Yeah.
The ttartisans
Has autofocus.
has autofocus,
It's not the quickest.
No.
But it's quiet.
but again, 1.8, 1.2.
Two, yeah.
But
So you have to make a decision. Which one would you choose? The 1.8, 1.2?
Yeah.
One has AF and one doesn't.
but out of those three lenses that you took a photo of me with, that's very impressive. Now we're going to move over to shots I taken of Ivan.
Yes.
Now Ivan isn't the most
Handsome guys.
No. He's more expressive as a model than I am. I stand there in the same position. Ivan is doing everything else, as you'll see right here.
This is the second shot. Okay, let's go to the
Yes,
first shot.
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
This first one is taken with a...
This is with the Voigtlander.
Yes.
The F9.
So the F 0.9.
F0.9.
Yep. It's soft. I mean, as in the bokeh at the back is beautiful.
It's beautiful. I mean,
Buttery.
but you are going to see a little bit at your Fuji fanboys hat, a little bit of the green fringing coming into play at the top area, right around that area. So you're going to see some of that.
The next one is the F2.
Wow.
Okay, you see, straight away we can tell the difference between the background.
Yeah, huge difference. F2 to 0.9, massive difference.
You see, okay, from here you can tell, right?
And one's Apo and one's not. So, but the Apo is usually sharper. And look at this. Look how sharp this is. Yeah. Very, very impressive. High resolving lens. But look, Voigtlander's F2 Apos, even on their full frame counterparts, the 35 and the 50 respectively.
Which one would you choose actually? You see, the 0.9 is a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. F2 is smaller, but then if you're doing portraits, the 0.9 will be a better choice, right?
Well, you know, let me ask you a question, because you shoot a lot of commercial photography, right? I mean, when we do this, at 0.9, you're going to get some parts in focus and some not in the face, right?
Yeah.
So when you're doing commercial, let's say you do commercial portraits, you're going to stop down, right?
Definitely.
Because you need that person in focus. So what's your usual aperture that you shoot portraits at?
Depending on job, actually, like the recent one I just did for an ad, I actually used a macro lens. It was a studio shot, f16.
Okay, because you're studio, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're outdoors?
If I'm using the f0.9 lens, no way I'm going to shoot f0.9. I'll stop down 2 at least.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So I guess there you have it. I mean, if you look at it, if you're going portraiture.
Now I'm just wondering, if I were to shoot f2 at a 0.9 lens and the Apo's f2 lens, both at f2, will the background looks different?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. We probably needed to do that test. Unfortunately, it's raining. We can't.
Yeah.
But
will it have more buttery bokeh versus the macro lens?
I'll tell you what, Ivan. Here's what we're going to do. Because why don't you do this test and you send me the photos and we'll put it here in the video here. Sure. And we'll see what the difference is on that.
I'd like to know that too.
And then we can give you guys an idea of what it looks like. And I'll just do a little bit of a voiceover I need to just to kind of describe it. But that'd be kind of curious to see how that performs.
Sure.
Now let's look at
the Leica.
The Leica.
Yeah.
Very interesting, different rendering on this one. Again, we're using an adapter. We're manually focusing at 1.4. I would say this has a little bit more of an organic look.
Yeah, definitely.
There's something softer to the image overall. I mean, it has some sharpness for sure. The bokeh in the background is softer. It looks like a little bit. Obviously, this is f2.
Yeah.
Let's go to the 3514 from Fujifilm. Let's see if we can compare that. I mean, I know the different positions, but just to kind of look at the bokeh. I would say that the bokeh on this is a little bit softer in the background. A little bit more.
If everything being equal, I would say the Leica is softer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the Fujifilm is a sharper lens. The Leica is a little bit softer, but some people like that softer, more organic sharpness versus, again, we don't know if there's any, in camera correction. There's no excuses on this one. The Fujifilm is a fantastic performing lens. It's just looking at the Leica, it's a kind of a little bit of different rendering.
Yes.
Yeah. A bit creamier, as they call it, right?
Sure.
So with that said, Ivan, the 6 lenses we have here, looking at this, what would you go for? Now, I know he's a Fujifilm ex-photographer here, so I got to tell you. Right. I mean, the Fujifilm overall, its lens to body, it's going to perform, you would probably say, the best out of all of these, right?
It's a good general performer. I would say it's sharp. AF is okay. Image quality is sharp too. Okay, if you were to take this out of the equation.
Yeah, let's take that out.
Because I'm biased, right?
Let's take that out of the equation. We don't know if there's in-camera sharpening, corrections happening. That's gone. So let's move down to these 5.
Okay.
Forget about price, just what we saw from the image. What would you go with?
I'll stick the Voigtlander 0.9 for me. Yeah. Second choice, I don't know why. This lens is just, when I look at the picture, it shocked me actually. Yeah. I love how it renders, and at this price point, it's a no-brainer, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
What about you?
I've got a Leica t-shirt on, so we're going to put that bias aside. I was really impressed by how this lens performs in the camera. It's a bigger lens, and I was expecting it to be more weighty, more not so ergonomic, and it actually feels really good on the camera system, even though it is a weightier lens. For manual focus for 35 for the Fujifilm X mount, this probably would be my first pick as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to say though, this is impressive. For the price point, the value, and how it looked, again, the 35 1.8, yeah, there's a little bit of correction you're going to need to add into Lightroom or Capture One to get rid of that chromatic aberration or purple fringing, green fringing.
Right.
But again, it's a fraction of the cost of a lot of these other lenses here, except maybe for these two.
Yes.
I like the rendering of this. The Leica, I like the 35 Sumo Lux. But I think if you just put price aside and brand aside and just look at the image quality, I mean, as much of a fan I am of Leica, I have to be realistic and say, look, I think Voigtlander's done a fantastic job. A really, really good job.
When I reviewed this lens, some of the community actually says they love this lens, but they felt the price point is a bit too high.
What is it at?
I don't know, 1,007, 1,008, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But it's a 0.9 lens.
Correct, it's a 0.9 lens.
So you're paying for that, those extra stops of light, you're paying for that look.
Yeah.
But it gives you versatility. So if you're going to be going at night and you want to be shooting at lower ISO, and you can use this, you're going to be better off. Versus an F2 or whatever it may have.
I mean, if this were to compare with the Fujifilm F1.0, that's big and heavy.
This is a fantastic performing lens too as well. This Apo is really, really nice. Now this is an apo-ultron. The apo-Lanther is the one they have for the full frame, so a little bit different. Very, very good lens. I mean, look, Voigtlander's offerings are great.
Yeah. I love the build quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, the design of it. I just love it.
I mean, the best build quality out of all these lenses is Leica. I'm going to put it out there. This is the best built, the best feeling I felt on it. I mean, there's a focus ring, aperture
This is the
ring.
best feeling lens for your wallet. $60 US, okay?
Yeah. But $60 US.
Yeah,
I mean, if you look at the price, manual focus, that's where you go.
Yeah.
Autofocus, even, I liked how this renders.
Yeah.
But for people on a budget, this ttartisans isn't bad.
Yeah.
But I think an update's due on this one.
True. But all these 6 lenses are great.
They're all good. All good lenses. All really, really good lenses. And so those are our thoughts, guys. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. We're going to show you these images as well. I think I will try to add a link so you can download them from Google Drive. I'll see what I can do for that as well, so you can actually look at the images yourself. Again, a little bit of margin of error for manually focusing some of these lenses, but you get to see how they perform. And with that, guys, we're not paid or sponsored by anybody. I mean, he's a but besides that, you know?
I'm not biased today.
Yeah, not biased at all. But big thanks once again to Leica Singapore, Fujifilm, Rice Ball Photography in Singapore as well for helping us with the lenses. And guys, if you like this video, hit that like and subscribe to the channel. Follow Ivan as well.
Yes.
Fuji Fanboys.
That's right.
And I guess you'll be putting out some stuff on this as well.
Yes.
Yeah, on the website, on the Instagram page. So guys, take care, stay safe, and we will chat to you very, very soon.
Bye-bye.